So I just recorded this review, but it turns out my mic was being a little fuckstick and lost connection to the computer somehow, so I guess I have to do it again. So if I'm a bit more pissed off and if this review's a bit more rushed than usual, then there you go. What is going on, everyone, and welcome to my review of Bride of Chucky, released in 1998 and directed by Ronnie Yu. Now, I wanted to get off the bat right away why there's been a hiatus with these reviews is because the writers and actors strike fucked with the release date of Chucky Season 3. So, the first 4 episodes got released, but then the last 4 got delayed until April of 2024. So in a few weeks now we'll have the rest of the episodes of Chucky Season 3. And I wanted to make my release, like the reviews release, coincide with the release of Chucky Season 4. So that's why I gave it a rest. But we are back on track now. We've got the release dates sorted. Let's talk about Bride of Chucky. Straight off the bat, I love Bride of Chucky. I think it's a great time. I think it's got a fair share of problems, but it is countered with a lot of good stuff. And it really shows in Ronnie Yu's directing style that he knew what Chucky was meant to be. So Bride of Chucky tells the story of Chucky and his new bride, Tiffany, as they go on a murder spree across the country with their young, unwitting hosts. Now, I think Bride of Chucky might be the funniest film in the franchise. There is so many moments in this film that work really well. There's only one joke that doesn't work for me, and that's when John Ritter gets his face impaled with the pins and nails, and he goes, "Why does that look so familiar?" This doesn't land for me, but everything else is just laugh after laugh of just gut-busting one-liners that just always hit. I love it. I think the best part of this film actually comes in the form of Jennifer Tilly playing Tiffany. She plays Tiffany in both human form and in doll form, and she's a match for Chucky perfectly. They both have perfect chemistry. I know Brad Dourif and Jennifer Tilly actually stood opposite each other in a recording booth as though they were like, read their lines to each other as though they were bickering in real life. And that really, really worked because they are hilarious together. And Jennifer Tilly just steps into the role and eats Tiffany up, just lives and breathes this character. I love the kills in this film as well. There's a few great kills. Obviously, you have the airbag scene with John Ritter, and my personal favorite goes to the waterbed scene when Tiffany throws up the champagne bottle into the mirror and it just comes showering down onto her. I think that scene is one of the most iconic in the film and the franchise in general, and it's really, really bloody and really, really cool. And they even pay homage to that in Cult of Chucky as well, with another kill that's quite similar, which I love as well. And lastly, I think that the way this film ends is one of the best endings in horror history. Now, whether it follows up on that in the sequel, which fucking we'll talk about that next week, that thing, Seed of Chucky, whether it follows up on that well or not, doesn't matter. But the potential to go bonkers and ham with the way this film ends in future installments, they had gold sitting in their palm. It is just one of the most unbelievable endings ever, and I think it is hilarious. I wish it had been executed better in the sequels and they had followed up on it better, but for just the way this film wraps up, I can't imagine being an audience goer in 1998 and seeing this ending and then just being like, oh my god, what the fuck. But there are some things that keep it from being a top level Chucky film for me, as much as I do really, really like this film. The main characters, Jade and Jesse, are despicable. There is nothing good about them whatsoever. I hate them. They are always constantly being snarky towards each other or accusing each other of murder, and it's just crazy the way they treat each other. It's just unbelievable. They're just the most snobby, selfish pricks, even when they're sitting in the the wedding suite and they're watching the news reports and they keep looking at each other. It is so frustrating. They are just horrid characters. And also, this doesn't bother me too much because it kind of lends itself to the nature of the film anyway, but all sense of horror is gone in this film. There is no horror whatsoever left. And, you know, Chucky's never been that scary, but the first three films all balanced comedy and horror very well. This is just comedy. And, you know what? It's not a big problem. That's okay. That's what the film is, and it runs with that. It would have been nice to have a little bit more of a creep factor in here. Anyway, I love Bride of Chucky. I think it's a really great time. The characters suck, and it is basically all sense of horror is gone. But my god, it makes up for it with some great kills, some great one-liners, and a great addition to the franchise in Jennifer Tilly. And before I give you my rating, I'm going to give you my favourite line of this film. And my favourite one-liner from this film comes from when Chucky, let's just say he politely requests Jennifer Tilly's location.
Tiffany! Where the fuck are you?
That scene made me bust out laughing the first time I watched it. I love it, and it's one of my favourite lines in the whole franchise, to be honest. I'm going to give Bride of Chucky 3.5 stars. Thank you very much for watching my review of Bride of Chucky. I am going to see Immaculate in about 5 minutes actually, so I'll have my review out for that pretty shortly as well. But in the meantime, watch Bride of Chucky. I don't know. But just, yeah, expect the Chucky reviews to start coming out a bit more frequently now as the release date grows nearer for Chucky Season 3. Anyways, I'll see you all later. Bye.